morning, good morning. I should have been in here cleaning up, and I wasn't. I've been running late all day today, and that's okay. That's okay. Just need to clear the deck for a minute. You know, some things you don't know where to put. And this thing, I think I finally got it. This is, oh my goodness, I don't need all of these. This is the, there's another one there. My. I do need to get organized. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Miss C's Cottage, the home of the Somebunny. I'm Miss C, and I am what I am, and that's all what I am. And I'm thankful that all of you know that and are okay with it, because I love you through it all, through the haze and the maze and all the different ways. I love you beyond the shadow of a doubt. And I'm thankful that you love me back, because it keeps me going every day. I want to tell you right up front, I don't have to tell you. I don't have to tell you anything about my personal life, but I do want to tell you right up front that Mr. Elmo has decided not to take any more residents for the home. I guess for the rest, at least for a while. He said he's going to be a big milestone number soon. He is older than I am, and he's just not going to do it anymore. So we'll see what happens. Morning, Lan and Lana and Kitty Lane and Tammy is here. Tammy, I'm so thankful that you are feeling better. You are in my prayers every day for health and healing and peace and comfort. And Kayla's here. That's agape love. You're right. And there's my angel. My angel, Angela in the frozen stone. She's my angel in the frozen stone. And Leanie's here. No, Tammy, I don't have to move, but I will be the only resident here. He's not taking any more residents. He's not taking on any additional residents. You know, a couple weeks ago, we had two couples come, or two people come. One came by themselves, and the other one came with family, I think was her son, and she crocheted, and I was kind of hoping that she might decide to move in, but apparently Mr. Elmo is not going to accept any more residents. So it's just going to be the two of us here. And so now it has been the two of us here since Christmas, since Thanksgiving, when Margaret went home with her family for the holidays. I thought she was going to come back after Christmas. She didn't. And we thought, well, she may come back after the new year, but she didn't. And I don't know that Elmo's heard any more about it. I don't know. I haven't spoken to him about it. It's not my business. So I had thought that maybe this lady, the other one was a gentleman who came, and in fact, one of them was one of the ones who came while he was gone, and I couldn't give him any information, but I did give him the packet. And anyway, he is not going to accept any additional residents here. So we'll see how that plays out. Mishi, my Kellen. Ooh, that sounds good. I may come to your house for dinner. And Sandra Carlton is here. Hello, Scandalous. Oh, Scandalous. And there's my Marcia Lee, my favorite granddaughter. And Fritzster. And Demi, the naked snail, is here. It smells really good. Yeah, it would smell really good. I told you, Mishi, about my friend Beata that came from Germany. Her She came and visited a friend of her mother's for a month, and then when she went home, she had met, what is his name? Kevin. She had met Kevin while she was here, and Kevin fell in love with her, and he got a German American dictionary, and after a couple months, he went to Germany and he asked her father in German with the book, marry your daughter, I want to, or something like that. I don't know. It was all messed up, he said, but he got out the point. And her father consented and they were married. And then she moved back here to the States and she worked with me at Ben Franklin's for 4 years. We worked together and I love that girl so much. So she taught me a little bit of German and I taught her a lot of English. My Bonnie girl's here. That is a sweet love story. I thought that was very romantic that he loved her enough to travel to Germany with a dictionary and ask her father. I mean, that was very respectful. And I know it had to be difficult for him. He is blind in one eye, and so it's kind of white. And it can be uncomfortable for some people to look at him in the beginning. When you get to know him, you don't see that anymore. You just see his heart. And I just love him too. They have two girls, and from one of the girls, she has a grandson. So everything worked out okay. Good morning, Tina. Shh. Bonnie's only here in spirit today. And Leslie is here. Hello, Leslie. Mm. I don't know how you, well, I don't remember. It's been so long. I've been down here in Florida since 1975. That's probably before most of you were born. But when I go back up north to my sister's, it's usually, well, I did go for a while up over Christmas because no one here celebrates Christmas. We don't celebrate any holidays here at the home. You can celebrate in your room if you want to, but he's just not into that, so he does not decorate. He's a man. What do you want? Um, Juan is live right now. Yeah, if you want to go over to Juan's, I think he's doing his what do they call that, where everybody comes in and you can chat? You have to raise your hand and then he calls on you and you can chat. I don't do that. And I have been coming on at noon every Sunday for the beginning of the year, last year, over a year now. So I'm sorry, but this 12 o'clock till 2 o'clock is my time. Uh-oh, I saw a Mama C there from who? Ah! Yes, you did, but nothing came through, sweetheart. So I don't know. There wasn't a second link to go to it. And it just came up on my phone. It came up a black screen. So I still have it on the computer because I have my Gmail on the computer as well as the phone. I thought maybe if I went in on the computer in my Gmail account on the laptop here, that it might show up. I don't know. If not, I did try to fake it. Uh, well, I have no idea where that sweater is right now. Isn't that amazing that things that are right here and I'm working on, when I shuffle a few things around, I can't find anything. But you know, it's okay. It's okay. I have some things I want to show you. Tia! Tia's another one that I pray for. And there's Mary. Hello, Mary. Welcome into the cottage. Leave your shoes and your worries at the door, everyone. And come on in, grab something to drink. I got cold. Let's see what's in there today. I like pina coladas. And Mr. Elmo found some pina colada flavored water, sparkling water at Aldi's, and he bought 6 of them. So there's probably 4 left in the refrigerator here. So you can have one of those, or there's coffee or tea or hot chocolate. I put hot chocolate on there because it's bursy cold down here. So there are lemon pound cake slices. There are some fresh croissants. They are to die for. And my doctor told me no more butter, no more oil, no more fat, no more bad fat. You know how hard that is? And cut back on the sugar and cut back on the salt. Because my legs are swelling and they don't know why, because the ultrasound on my legs came back, there's nothing wrong except I have a cyst on the back of my knee from arthritis. If it gets too painful, come in and they'll drain it. Whoopee. You know, that's a nothing thing. So I'm healthy, and except I can't eat any of the foods that I really like to snack on. No more potato chips at 8 o'clock at night. No more pretzels because they're loaded with salt. No, no more cookies. No more raspberry danishes. No more apple fritters. I told Mr. Elmo, I said, no more ice cream on Sunday. And he said, no more ice cream on Sunday? I said, nope, I'm cutting out sugar. He said, Miss C, you cannot cut out everything. You cut back. You limit yourself. And I'm like, okay, I'll cut back on everything else and we'll still do ice cream on Sundays. Okay. Oh, Tia, I love you. And Leanie's going to be right here. Oh, Lana, I love you. Kimmer! My Kim. She is trying to make these. And she got stuck. She didn't understand something in the instructions. So, you know, good-hearted Miss C said, oh, don't worry about it. I'll make them for you. Well, guess what? I have gotten this far. Now, this may not look like a lot, but it is a lot. And there's a buttonhole. So, you see this hole? And there's a stitch across there. And then this comes around and there's four chains across here. Now that is for your fingers and your thumb. And this comes across here and buttons in this buttonhole. Now this is only half of the glove. I think this, I don't know because of this. I'm not sure if we do another chain and go around and then do this for a while. I don't know how this is going to work out yet because I'm not at that row of the pattern. But I do know that this starts this part. And when we get up to here, we do the same thing. We'll stitch around and secure it, and stitch around and come around and secure it and secure it and secure it. And then we'll, I don't know. I guess we go up a couple. I don't know yet because I'm not there. But there it is. And I'm hoping to have enough left because this is a vortex, big twist vortex cake that I got from Joann's. I'm hoping to have enough to do a cowl or a scarf for her also. But don't tell her about the extra thing. So if I don't get it done, she's not going to know that it wasn't in the package. Anyway, I do have 2 of these if I need it. But that's that. I think it's pretty cool. I don't drive a lot, so I don't need driving gloves. My only concern is by the time I get the 2 of them done in a scarf, it's not going to be cold up in New York anymore. Because now where's the rest of that paper? My word, Diana, if you didn't have your head attached. Because I'm doing this. This is Boggy Creek Luck of the Draw blanket. My base color number 1 for week 1. My base color for week number 2, my base color. So I'm ready for Thursday, my third week's color, whatever that is. Okay. Oh my. The other ones are in the other room. Okay, this one, you know that I've taken it out a couple times. Well, I think I like this pattern. I like this ripple pattern. It is not looking like the one in the book, but I started out with a variegated. So, and I'm over here now. It says to do 4 rows of this color, and it's starting to look more like I thought it should. Now, my first week's color actually is this hot pink. And I think once I get, I think we do 2 rows of this. I can't show you because it's on. I got a new printer, and I have got it all. I've got the ink in it. I've got it set up, but I don't have it connected to my laptop yet. So I can't print on the old one because they don't sustain it anymore. They don't. They won't update it. And so I can't use the old printer anymore. I had to get a new printer, and I can't use the new printer because I don't have the program in my laptop to sync it. I'd like to sync the whole thing, but I daresn't. Okay, so I think this is going to turn out really pretty. And what I did was I pulled out this pink and an orange and a yellow and 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this one is 5 and a white, and this one is my base color. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors for my blanket, and then this color is my main color. So this will go between each one of the solids, and I think it's going to come out really pretty. I do. Now I've had to take it out twice, so I'm not anywhere near where I should be with week number 2 on here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. This was my 4th row that I am now putting on. And then I'll be able to put on week 1's color. I'll go back to this for a couple rows and go to week 2's color. And then back to this. And then I'll be up to date for Thursday. Okay, that's that. Christy was not live this morning. And I was really, I needed a Christy fix. You know, I start my Sundays out with Christy. I'm a Missy gal and a Misha gal. I appreciate the fact that you like being here. I try to make the cottage safe and warm and loving for each one of you so that you can come in for an hour and forget the world and just soak up the love. And it's nice to read in the chat that I'm doing some good there. Thank you, Pebbles. Zoom, yeah, it's a Zoom. Uh-oh. Snow, snow, snow. Cherry! I'm behind, so I'm catching up right now. Mac! Benita Alexander's here? Uh-oh, Sanita is here. Sanita, I need you today, so I hope you get to stay a while and don't have something. But if you have something family planned, I do understand that. Louise Van Stone. Good afternoon to you, my love. Oh my goodness, you are beautiful. Welcome to the Missy's cottage. All right, catching up here. Jackie Belcher's here. Ooh, pina coladas, yum yum. Frizzy's making coffee. She likes it at my house. She feels comfortable. Thank you, Marcia Lee. That means a lot. You know what? The solar, something happened to the sun, the polar, I don't know, something happened to the sun, and we're going to be getting some we're going to continue getting some strange weather this year. So I just hope the whole thing doesn't flip and we go into a polar Arctic freeze. Oh no, out of coffee. Ugh. I just don't like the alcohol. I don't drink a lot of alcohol. Now I do like a blackberry brandy once in a while in the evening. And what else? A Bailey's. I do like Bailey's. In the afternoon, if it's really hot, I will get 2 ice cubes in a whiskey glass and pour in a couple fingers of Bailey's and sip on that. I do like that. Candied popcorn, no more, because it's got salt and butter on it. So got to cut back on the popcorn. Leanie! Yeah, and walks on the beach and oh my gosh, it's you. See, Paula? And you know what? I've decided I am not going to cut it out altogether because that's too restricting for me. And I'll get to the point where I'll say, I don't care, and I'll eat a whole bag of chips. And that's the worst thing to do. So what I had planned on doing is instead of buying a bag of chips or even the smaller bags, like I'll get pretzels and maybe the little ones that don't have as much salt on them. And then I'll just take out maybe, I don't know, 10 pretzels and that's what I get, or 6 pretzels, that's what I get, and that's it. Just portion control and see if that will assuage the desire and yet not cause me too much trouble. Oh, you missed it, sweet pea. Here is my one of them. This is the Cottage, the something cabin, textured cabin. My main color for week number 1. My main color for week number 2. My main color. So I'm set up for Thursday. This is my Amish Ripple. And this is my main color. I do 4 rows of that, and then I have to do a couple rows of color number for week number 1, couple rows of this again, my number 2 week, and a couple more rows of this, and then I'll be set up. But this one I've frogged a couple times, so it's not going well for me there. I'll just say that. And if you hang on just a second, think about this. This is supposed to be a 12-pointed blanket, baby blanket. And Christy this morning, I had to watch a rerun because I was really needing a Christy fix. So I made this, and she said, if you just do the first 7 or 8 rows, it turns out to be a washcloth or a dishcloth, whatever you want. And my bathroom is blues and turquoises, and the walls are kind of this color, which Mr. Elmo wasn't real thrilled when I redecorated the bathroom at the end of the hall. Not everybody likes brown walls. And I said, well, the countertop in there are shades of blue and turquoise. So the color I think goes good with that is brown. Blues and browns have always gone well together. So that's what we got. So that's my washcloth for the bathroom. All right, hang in there. Sanita, let's play a game while I'm out doing something. Let's play Pick Your Blessing. This is a Sunday. Tea to the rescue. I'm doing 6 blankets or 7 blankets. I'm going to go and get them right now. No, I'm not giving up, Paula. I'm not giving up my coffee and my tea. I have 2 cups of coffee, and I'm not doing the mugs anymore. I'm just doing the cups. And then I have a cup of tea about 4:30, 5 o'clock, sometimes a little bit later. But even your dog needs to lose weight. Take him off the potato chips. Okay, let's see. No, they're really not confusing. Kim, I just have so many things going. I haven't gotten back to them. And I think if I take it I have been taking it 1 row at a time, and it's not confusing, but I have done that type of thing before. I have made an amigurumi boy, a little farmer boy. And this is how you do the legs. So, you go around and you attach, and then you go around and you come back. And of course, it's more even than this, but then you continue on one leg, and then you come back and pick up a stitch and you do the other leg. So I know that that's what they're going to do for the fingers. I just haven't gotten there yet. But Tina is here. Tina C. But why the opening? Why the opening? Well, This opening is so that you can put your thumb and your fingers in. And then this is this buttons right here. But if you did this as a ribbing, these are driving gloves. Is this the opening you're talking about? These are driving gloves. Driving gloves have that opening. Look, cover the back of the hand. No, it does not cover the back of the hand. It's a driving glove. Okay, Lana and Kitty and Mac and Fritzy and Tia and Leslie and Marshallie and Tina C. And yeah, each finger hole will be separate on this one too, Leanie. Oh, Pebble's got stuff going again. I do like the Vortex yarn. I wasn't sure. I don't use Joann's yarn, but who can pass up a good sale, especially when you're making things to give away? It's always a bonus when you can get it on sale. And Carrie is here. Welcome in, Carrie. Okay, let me get down to the bottom. Leslie got another yarn haul posted yesterday. Wow. Did I order yarn? I did, because I didn't have enough of this. I went back to Joann's. I think I got this from Joann's, and I ordered a couple more skeins and got a couple more. Wow, I'm really behind. I do need Olivia. And Angela Wright is here. Hello, sweetheart. Angela, you've got 2 programs because your thumbnail is on some other name. Either that or you've got a twin sister in another city. I'm going to go get the other ones, Trish. This is my safe place too, sweetheart. And Dawn P is here. Hello, hello. Wow, I'm really behind. And Maritza. And someone, Sandra Carlton, thank you for buying me a coffee. It just notified me that you did. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Juan talked about me Friday on his live. He holds you so dear to his heart. I know, and he is in my heart also. He's my Wanster. We just clicked the first time. There's a little black spot on the sun today. Ooh. Yeah, I think that sparkling stuff in the bottle, Bonnie, is like a virgin pina colada. I like it. I like it. I imagine I can, Leanie, but my thing is to get out a stick of butter, cut it in half, melt it, and pour it over my popcorn. Isn't that awful? A half a stick of butter. That's a quarter of a cup of butter. I don't need any more of that. Hello, Regina. I am going to make I'll think about it while I'm going into the other room. Pretzel bites and peanut butter. That's good. Well, that's what she told me, Cherry. She said you should really do this and this and this. But she said, but at 78, I'm not going to say anything. And I said, I think I love you. All right, I'm going down to the bottom. I am well loved. I am, Tina, and I think it's because I love all of you. You know, I love God because he first loved me. And I think that's why you love me, is because I first loved you. And I think that's the way love works. And when you love someone, they're more than likely going to love you back if you really love them with an unconditional love. You know, I don't care if you're black or green, or your hair is straight or curly, or if you're fat or skinny, or tall or short. I don't care. I don't care if you're male or female, or you're both. I don't care. I love you just the way you are. And I think that hi doggy. I think that's why it works here, is because when you come in, hopefully you feel that unconditional love that I get from him and give out to you. And that's why you like it here. Michelle D is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Zoila and Katina is here. Hello, hello. And Susan Burke. Oh my goodness. Sandra Carlton. I think I said hello to you earlier, but I'm glad to see you're still here. The Thumb Bunny. The Thumb Bunny Club. Lots of butter. Yeah, Tina, but see, I'm just going to have to cut back on that. And when I do have popcorn, maybe once a week or once every other week, I will put a little butter on it. Or I will get the popcorn in the bag that already has salted and buttered. Jacqueline Marley, I love you too. Oh, your husband's 78? Well, I have completed my 78th year on the 5th, and I am now, let's see, this is 23, which would be 18 days into my 79th year, if you want to think about it like that. I don't, but you could. I am about to do a blessing. Wow. Now, I'm not, never been a bologna fan. I don't care. You can give it, you can put it on a sandwich, you can fry it. I won't eat it. It's like hot dogs. I'm not, I just have an aversion to those things. Okay. Oh, I have one of those, Kelly. One of the meat grinders. My mother used to put the leftover roast beef in, and fresh potatoes and onion, and grind it all up, and then mix it with whatever gravy was left and make a roast beef hash. Oh, the best stuff. Oh, the best stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Bonnie, you're just a baby. Leanie, I haven't sent anything, and I probably shouldn't play the game today, but I am, because I'm in that kind of a mood and I need to leave the cottage for a minute. So if Sanita will mark the chat, and you will put in a a favorite weight of yarn and a favorite color number, or something that you're working on that you want a color number, then I will be right back. Somebody play some music, and I will be right back with the other 5 Look at the draw blankets. Keep going. Keep going.
Hi guys, it's Anita. You have to type Find Your Joy, the weight and the color. Go ahead and start it. Okay, I'm gonna drop back down because my eyebrows are a little dark.
Okay, guys, I'm coming back. And I brought them with me. Find Your Joy. Okay. Ooh, that's a nice one. Sunita always comes up with the best stuff. Find Your Joy. Number something in the color something. Wow. Charlotte Brown, hello, and hello, Vivian. I haven't seen you for a while, Vivian. I'm glad you're here today. Wow, looks like we kind of finished up the same time. Okay, Sunita. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. You're so kind-hearted. And the winner is Leslie's Crochet Corner. Congratulations, Leslie. I wasn't going to do this today, but I'm glad I did. And what was it that you chose, Leslie? Gmail me at ASAP and I will get it out. I will get it out this week. This week is a mailing week, so a DK variegated. Oh, any specific variegated color? Like in the blue shades or in the pink shades or in the... Does it matter, Leslie? Oh, no, Katina. Oh, good. My Zach man is here. Whatever you like, it'll be a bunny. And a number 3? Okay. Well, let's see what I have in a number 3. Variegated. That will make a wonderful bunny. I just happened to get okay, I will pull 2 of them and you can choose. You can choose. I just happened to get some menagerie yarn. Oh, music. I love Sunita. She's just so good at what she does. Okay, I ordered a bunch of stuff from Joanne, just like most everybody did when they were going out, and they had the Big Twist Menagerie, and that is a lightweight number 3, and their menagerie is beautiful variegated yarns. So I have here a Big Twist Menagerie, 410 yards. It is a 3-weight yarn. You use a 4.5 millimeter hook, it says, but probably you'll want to use a 4 if you're going to do a bunny out of it. And this one is pink and blue and white. And it is variegated. There's a lighter blue and a darker blue. And then when the pink and the blue come together, it looks almost purple. Or I have this same specs. This one is called Parrotfish. And this one is called No, that can't be. Oh, this is blue parrotfish. What? And this is parrotfish. That can't be. Let me go check. That may be why they're on sale. They got the wrong names on them. Let's see what this says. This says parrotfish. Do they all say parrotfish? Those all do. Let's see what these say. Dart frog. That one says no. Well, why would they say parrotfish? Blue parrotfish. No, they got the wrong labels on them. This is rose finch. No, this says blue parrotfish. Well, isn't that weird? That's weird. That's weird. Okay. I will just say the pink or the blue. Which one would you like? Jeanette is here. Hello. They do have two different, but I would think this would be the blue parrotfish because it's blue, but this one's called blue parrotfish. So I don't know. The pink one. The pink one is so pretty. Okay, well, the pink one is what you get then. And let me put your name on it because you know me and I will forget. And it has to go out this week. All righty. That's that. Okay, Trish, are you ready? This was the first blanket that I started. And it's going to be a Boggy Creek blanket, but it is not Luck of the Draw blanket. I found a 3D Granny Square book, and I made the sunflower, and then I just went out from there. And these are supposed to look like extra petals, and then these are the leaves, and then I'm just doing V-stitches. So that's one. This is the original Luck of the Draw, except I forgot and did open work, and I haven't got very far on there. I've only got the first week's color on it. But that's another one. And then there's this one, which I love the sunflower so much. I went back to the 3D book and I made the daisy. So I have the daisy as the center and with the white. So this is color for week number 1, my main color for week number 2, and my main color. So I am now ready for Thursday on this one. I like that one. And that one has pinks and yellows. It's all baby colors. It's all pastel baby colors. So pretty. It's going to be so pretty. And then this one. And Trish, I want to thank you so much for making this up because I love this pattern. And I don't care how much yarn it takes. I will go buy more yarn, but I love this pattern. And I'm going to use this pattern over and over again because it's just so stinking squishy. And this one is the marshmallow something sweet, something marshmallows. And I absolutely love it. And these are triple crochets, and that's what makes it poof. Now, this is my main color. And this is color for week number 1, and my main color, and color for week number 2. And this is all going to be done in in greens and purples. So, and that one in the center that looks like pink, it's really like a lavender or something. It's a light lavender. This is the one that's the baby blanket that's with all that. This one is my Amish ripple. This one is my luck of the draw, the traditional luck of the draw one. This is the textured cabin numbers. And I'm doing one called Somebody by the Fence. 2, 3, 4. And I've lost a color in here. Uh-oh. Somewhere. But it's going to be all browns and cream and gray. So I'm doing the sunflower too. Somebody by the Fence, the Amish ripple, the traditional luck of the draw, the squishy marshmallow one, the daisy one, and the textured cabin one. So that's 6, 7 blankets. So that's why I haven't gotten to this one lately. Well, you know what? So I knew I wanted to do more than one. And so I thought, well, I could sit here and punch holes in a card, and then I wouldn't have them all together in one place, and I'd have to go looking for the card because I'm so scattered some days that Marshmallow Kiss is what it's called. Luck of the Draw, Marshmallow Kiss. And there's the pattern for it. So I just went ahead and put the colors on there for it. And then she showed the textured cabin one, and it's like, I got to do another blanket. So that's 7. So these are in the blue room. I took them in the blue room because that's another place of serenity. And I'm in the turmoil in this room because I'm cleaning. And I think I told you I'm taking down a cubby at a time. And straightening up the cubby so I can actually see what I have and see how much room I have for the new yarns that I've got from Joann's. I always think I have this one on backwards, but I don't. And so it's kind of a mess right now. And I have boxes of yarn in here that I didn't have room for until I go through and straighten everything out. So to get out of this chaos, I went to the blue room and I was crocheting back there. It has a white Queen Anne's chair in the corner and a white fainting couch or settee at the foot of the antique bed in there. And I can put my feet up on that settee, keep my legs raised so that my ankles don't swell. So I took them in there. And I just took my tablet in there yesterday. I put on Pandora classical music, and I just sat there and caught up on a lot of my blankets. So, but I absolutely love this one, and I can't wait to do. I mean, I can you know you get a thing in your head, and I can do this with a 3-weight yarn and make baby blankets. Oh my gosh, won't that be beautiful? You can do it with anything. And it's just going to turn out so squishy and it's so beautiful. This is really, really textured. And I think I messed up on these 2 rows. I think I forgot to turn it because they're both going the same way. If I turn this around, you can see they both stick out. And then this one comes in and this one comes out and the next one will come in. So I think I messed up on these 2 rows, but you know what? The person who gets this blanket is not going to know, and they won't even care. They're just going to see how squishy it is. and how much love is in there. Just look at these little cups. Look how much love these little cups hold. That's a lot of love in this blanket. A lot of kisses and a lot of hugs because Jax is the one that did the tutorial on it. So it's a marshmallow kiss. They look like little poofy marshmallows. And it's a hug because Jax did the tutorial on it. And it's full of love because Miss C crocheted it. How can you go wrong on a blanket for kids? I don't know. Yeah, this. If you go to Jaxie's, if you go to Jax Creations by Jax, she has a tutorial on how to do that. It's really simple. It's just 3 trebles, chain. You cap it off and chain 2. You do a front post double crochet around the one below it, and chain 1, 3 trebles, and chain 2, front post double, and when you go back, you do a front post double on the trebles below, and you do a treble cluster on the front post double below. So it's just a 2-row repeat, 1 and then 2. So it's really simple, and you do in the corners, you do two puffs and a chain 3. So it's really an easy blanket to do. At first I was just putting 1 chain in between everything, but then Jaxie said, after you do your puff and cap it off, you lock it and chain 2 to move on. So that's what I've been doing, and I've only been locking my double front post double and chaining 1. So I've got 3 stitches in there. You can count, but it's coming out good, and I love it. I love it. Three treble crochet cluster. Yes, that's what this marshmallow is. 3 treble crochets, and when you let go, poof, it marshmallows. I love it. I love it. Oh, you're welcome. It's awesome. Yeah. All right, we have another hour. What would you like to do for this hour? Would you like to sit and crochet? Would you like to chat? Would you like to make a bunny? I love you, Tammy. Granny D's in here? Hello, Dee. My cousin Dee came in. Hello, hello. Doggy wants to chat. And crochet. Okay. See, that's what this cottage is all about. You can pull up a chair, get yourself something hot or cold to drink, and work on your project and chat with us. Soak up the love. Joanne would like to make a bunny. And you can get the free pattern written on Jaxie's website. It's in the description box. That I did not know. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know, Trish. There's Bobby Wyatt. Hello, hello. Leslie starting a bunny. Okay, I have lots of bunnies to do. And I want to let you know that I am going up. I finally pinned him down, not literally, but I finally pinned him down. And since there's only 2 of us here and he's not taking any additional residents, there's no reason for me not to go up to my sister's, except that he does not want me driving by myself. Honestly, sometimes he treats me like a child. And I confronted him the other day and I said, I'm 78 years old. I don't think you really need to tell me how to live my life, how to make soup, how to wash the dishes, how to do this, how to do that. I'm not a child. And he looked at me so sweet and he said, but you are so childlike. How can you have anything to say against that? There was a lot of care and concern in there. And I know that he's concerned about my health. He's very solicitous taking me to the doctors and even on occasion going in. If I okay him going in, he'll come in with me. And because he's on my list for, if anything happens, he's on my emergency list. So I don't have him come in all the time because some of it's none of his business. But like my wellness check, I don't care. He can come in because he is a Navy nurse, was a Navy nurse, and he knows terms that I'm not real familiar with. And then he can remind me to do things that I forget to do or don't want to do. So I don't mind. I think it's developed after, I mean, we've been together I've been here in his home for 15 years. We haven't been together, but we have lived in the same building for 15 years. And I think he's at an age where he doesn't want to take on any more responsibility, because if he takes on someone that's younger, a lot younger than us, he may not be around to provide a place for them, and he doesn't want to renege on anything. He's a very dutiful person, and I think he feels safer with me. And I don't know if he loves me. Nothing's ever been said. So he is a very reliable, consistent, and he's Navy. So, and he feels obligations and he fulfills those duties. And he does what needs to be done. He goes over and above what needs to be done. He had a tough time in the Navy. He was a fat little Italian boy, and people made fun of him in school and called him names. And he was still a bit overweight when he went in the Navy. And those things get in your head when you're a child, and they're hard to get rid of. So besides, he had an older brother that was 5 years older and was a big lumberjack kind of a guy. And anybody said anything to him, he beat the crap out of them. Basically, that's it. So when Elmo came along, one guy even said to him, I'm going to beat you up. And he said, what? I don't even know who you are. And he said, because your brother beat up my brother, so I'm going to beat up you. So he had to be extra smart and extra clever and go over and above. And he's a wonderful man. He's considerate and caring. Anyway, this whole thing boils down to he's going to drive me up there. And it will be like the end of April, the 1st of May. And since we're going up there, I'm collecting all of the bunnies that come to the house and I'm putting them in the back of the car. And I am taking them up there to hand deliver. I'm not going to allow somebody else to. I saw him come in and I saw him go out. I'm not going to do that. I can't do that. Those bunnies are too precious, and those people in the hills are too precious to not know where they came from and the story behind the Somebunny. So he's going to drive me up there, and we're going to go through the mountains, and we're going to hand deliver them. So Dee, watch out. We'll be coming to your house. We're probably going to hit KK and hopefully Spring in West Virginia. I don't know. I am going to go to AAA and have them make me a triptych to meet all those places that I want to be. And if it takes a month to go up and come back, so be it. And if he doesn't want to drive me up there and spend a month, I'll drive myself. I'll go a little at a time. I'll be very careful, but I'm going and I'm taking and I'm delivering and I'm loving on every one of them. So that's that. All right. So back to making bunnies. I have to reach up over you to get a bunny. I think we'll work on this one. This is a fun one. This yarn, I don't know what it is, but it was. Probably one of you will recognize it. Maybe it's a jelly bean yarn from Joann's. I don't know if anyone recognizes it. You can let me know. But I pulled colors from the yarn and made feet, legs. And the fourth one is going to be the gold color. Now, I know they look alike, but this one is really yellow, and this one is more gold. You know what? I don't like that. I want something different. Yeah, it'll work. Okay, so let's make a bunny. You know how to do the feet. Let me get a... This will work. Okay, we are going to start with a magic circle. Up over my finger and hold it with my little finger. I'm going to go in and snag and lock. So I have my first crochet loop ready to go. So I'm going to crochet one single, two singles, and we're doing this in the circle. Oops. 3, 4, 5. Now the tutorials for these are all in January. There should be 6 there. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to pull this until we get the small circle. And then I'm going to pull the small circle until we close up the big circle. And then I'm going to take the tail and close up that small circle. And there are my 6 single crochets. I'm going to pull this to the back, and I am going to slip stitch in that first single crochet. So there is my 6 single crochets. Now I like to put in a piece of yarn and a hank of hair. Oh, a hank of bone. There's a walking, talking honeycomb. Of course, I don't have any. Let's see what I have in the tea rash. Oh, look, a piece of yarn. All right, I'm going to put a piece of yarn in to mark my first starting point. That's my stitch marker. And now I'm going to put 2 single crochets in each stitch in each stitch around, 2 single crochets. All right, and that's killing my arm, so I'm going to pull it down here. But you're going to put 2 single crochets in each of those first 6. Kimberly Ridway. Kimberly Ridway. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Love magic rings and magic knots. If you don't want to do a bunny, if you don't want to crochet one, and you have a 22 pin Centro or Addy machine, you can knit one on the Addy. Just go over to Len the Crafty Cranker. I think that's the name. Len the Crafty. Yeah, the Crafty Cranker. He's not cranky. The machine is cranking. He's good. Let's see, what do I have? Can't talk and crochet at the same time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 in that one, Diana. 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12. Okay. Excuse me. Now I'm going to flip my stitch marker over because that's the end of row 2. This is the first stitch of row 3. So we're going to do 1 in this one, 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and 2 single crochets in the next stitch. One single in the next and 2 in the next, all the way around those 12. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So we're turning 2 stitches into 3. So this is the third round. We'll have 3 stitches in the 2, and that will give us 18. And we've come to the end of row 3 with 1 and 2 in the last one. We're going to flip our stitch marker to the front, and we're going to do 18. We're going to do a couple rounds of 18 stitches. 3 rounds, I think. When we get to round 7, we're going to decrease back to 12. So go ahead and do 1 single crochet in each of the 18 stitches around. And this beginning magic circle with 6, 12, and 18 is the way that you start out every body part for the Somebunny. I thought so, Kimberly, but that's why I called you Kimberly Ridgway, but it didn't come up that way. So did you forget to put it in, or did Nightbot? I don't have Nightbot. You do that, Marshall. You take a break when you need to. Kelly, how are you doing? Michelle D. Michelle, why do we always do that? Wait until the last minute and then stay up till midnight, wreck our shoulders and our fingers, trying to get ready for something that we had weeks to do and just put it off. We're all slugs. We think we're human beings, but we're not. We're slugs. Now, not all of us. Some of us are born, Fly Lady calls them BOs. They are born organized. And they are very good at what they do. Everything is in its place. Everything is put back in its place after it's been used, and you know where everything is if you want it. The rest of us are somewhere between there and pretty darn scattered. Okay, here is where you can change color if you want to. When you get to 18, you can change color if you want to. And you can bring in a second color. And now I'm going to flip over to this one because it has the second color in it. This one can come out because it actually goes somewhere. I can put this back in, and this one that hopped away. Come back here. The only thing wrong about those bunny feet, if you don't keep them in something, they hop away. And then 9 times out of 10, you can't find them. I don't know. I'll have to look for it later. I hope it does. The door's closed, so we're okay. Okay, we're going to change colors. And you just stop and pull in your new color. And you make a single crochet. Excuse me. You pull your first color to the back. And you continue with your next color. And we're going to do 18. Continue with 18 stitches for the next couple rows. You're hanging in there, Kelly? Okay. You're still taking your pain meds? And did you get the truck back? Missy is fine. Went to the doctor's. There's nothing wrong with my legs except I'm eating too much and too much salt. So I'm cutting back on salt. And as long as I'm cutting back on salt, I may as well cut back on sugar and unhealthy snacks altogether. Portion control. My blood work came back. Everything is fine, except I need D3. And she's going to give me, we talked about this the other day, but she's going to give me a jolt of D3 that I have to take 1 a week for 12 weeks, I think. Your Somebunnies are teaching their stitch marker. My stitch markers get into all kind of trouble. They get in here and seven, I think 7 opens the jar because I put them all away at night so they can't get out. You've seen my stitch marker jar. This is my stitch marker jar. It has the ones that I use most frequently in it, and it has a cap on it. Now, this is actually the screw top to the paper towel holder that I use for yarn. I put my ball of yarn on there, and it's got a paper plate underneath it. So when I pull the yarn, it comes off easily. But I don't put the top back on because I can't, the yarn won't go over this. So I thought, well, I don't want to lose this. So I use it. This is a Ouy, O-U-I. I think the French yogurt came in these. I told you I love pretty little glass jars. This one's really plain, but look how useful it is. Stitch markers. But I think 7 climbs off the shelf and gets in there and lets them out at night, because some days I come in here and it's like Hurricane Helene went through. Now, I know that's not funny for some of you that actually had Hurricane Helene go through your house, and I apologize if I have offended anyone with that. But I will say some mornings I get up and I look like the wreck of the Hesperus, and I've told you that before. So I guess I can say when I come in here, the room looks like the wreck of the Hesperus. That's probably safer. Probably safer. Mom is back to normal. She's sitting in front of the window watching people and squirrels. Oh, that's so good. That's good. Howdy, howdy from Granny D to everybody. Mary King. Woohoo! Kelly, please stay on top of your medication. And if you're taking prescription meds, you can always take acetaminophen, and then a couple hours later take ibuprofen, and back and forth between the two. No more bronchitis. That's good. Did you know that the Pope is in the hospital with double pneumonia? I guess he's doing a little bit better, but he's old, and double pneumonia isn't anything to, or he has pneumonia in both lungs. I guess that's double pneumonia, isn't it? That's nothing to play around with. Okay, I am at row 7. You can see 2, 4, 6. And so at row 7, I'm going to take my stitch marker and pull it forward to tell me I'm on an odd row, and it's row 7. And I'm going to decrease. Now, if you remember when we increased from 12 to 18, we did 1 stitch and 2 stitches in the next, 1 stitch and 2 stitches in the next, and gave us 18. We're going to do the same thing in reverse. We're going to do 1 stitch and decrease in those. We're going to take those 2 stitches out and make them 1 again. So we get back to 12. So we're going to do a single crochet in the first stitch, and we're going to do a front loop decrease, front loops only, in the next 2 stitches. And there we have turned 3 stitches into 2 stitches. So single crochet and a front loop decrease. Oh, see, Sam? They do, someone else is in a coma. Brain is not processing. I've lost some insulation and it's zinging off into space, but someone is in a coma, and I had asked during that chat, is it a medically induced coma, or is it a coma? There had been some problems, and I didn't know whether the doctors induced a coma so that the body can rest and heal. Oh yeah, Granny D's got her eyes on the squirrels all the time, whether she's outside at the window or inside up in the nest. I love my cousin. She's named the squirrels. Zoila, it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter. Um, as long as it's not harmful, it's permissible. And at your mom's age, if she wants to name those squirrels and she can tell them apart, good for her. More power to her. All right, once you get around all 18 stitches and you've single crocheted one and the next two front loop decreased to one, you should have 12 stitches again. So Mimi was in an accident in her daughter's car and they towed it away. And last I heard, you were in the snow, left outside. You hurt your collarbone. Paula, I have pileated woodpeckers, the big tall ones with the red heads, like ha 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 ha. Woody the Woodpecker. They're not blue like him, but they're black. But they do have the big red heads, and boy, you can hear them in the trees. I love it. I sit out on my front porch or the front porch. I call it mine. Nobody else goes out there to crochet, but I sit out there and crochet. And well, I guess now it is my front porch, isn't it? Nobody else is here. Anyway, you can hear them in the trees, and sometimes they'll fly by or they'll squawk or something, and you can hear them. I love them. Bird feeder with woodpecker suet. Oh, is it the woodpeckers that eat the suet? Okay. 4 of them. This year I'm putting out. Hello, Kim. I love that girl. A red-headed woodpecker. You have 4 of them. Wow. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Sam. I saw a program like Wild Nature or Wilderness or something. It was something. It was an animal show, and it showed that there is an airspace between their brain and their um, beak, bill, whatever you want to call it. And when they do that, that air pocket in there protects their brain from going. It is amazing. God is so creative. Why do we think He can't hear us or see us or listen to us or answer our prayers? I don't know. Okay, the rest of the time on this foot, you are just going to do 12 stitches until you get to row 20. And at row 20, I usually go up probably 2 or 3 rows with 12 stitches around, and then I'll stuff the foot. I don't stuff it until I get back up to where it's a narrow, maybe about this tall, and then I'll stuff it. It's easier that way. And then I'll stuff up to the decrease. So it's a nice little foot. I think these are going to be pretty. I don't know if you can see all the colors in them. There's the orange I tried to duplicate. Oh, the red one hopped away. Okay, I'm going to tell you sometimes on the bunny legs, I only do 18 rows for the bottom legs. That makes them a little bit shorter, and they are closer, the feet are closer to the body, and it helps the body balance a little bit better than a 20 row leg. And sometimes for the top legs, I'll go, if I'm making the bigger ear, I'll go 22 rows on the top legs, because the legs will hang down a little bit farther, and you can bring them forward and prop them on the little feet, and that helps them to sit up and balance a little better too. Kim G had surgery. Now let me remember what she had surgery on, because I know I put that in. It's in the book. Surgery on Friday, but I don't have what surgery it was. Okay, we prayed for Kim on the 9th. On the 16th for her and the surgical staff. We prayed on the 19th because her surgery was Friday, and then on the 21st. Kimberly Ridgway, we've been praying for you for a job. Have you found one? And another question, Kim, Kelly, did you get your one? My Monster's here? Oh my goodness. Hello. I have to tell you, I stole some of your people this morning. Someone mentioned that you had your Zoom on, and there were people that said, we'll do it later, or we're not going to go. We're going to stay with Miss C. And I'm thankful they stayed with me, but I'm sorry that they missed you. So you know I love you, my old monster. And I have to tell you that I do not miss the mustache. Now, I like a beard on a man. I do. I like a mustache and a beard, but it's not my monster. When I saw those, there was just like maybe a week or so that you had it, and it was like, this is not my monster. So I personally, my opinion, I'm glad you shaved it off. I like it much better. Huge hugs back to you, monster. You know I love you. You know you're in my heart. I can't help it. You were from the first minute. We're doing a bunny foot. We started out with a magic circle and did 6, and then 12, and then 18, and then we changed colors, and we did 18 for until row 7, and then we went back. We did a decreased row back to 12, and now we're doing 12 stitches in the round. Whether it's a bottom leg, you can do 18 rounds or 20 rounds. And if it's a top leg, you can do 20 or 22 rounds. depending on what you like. And this is the yarn I'm using, and I think it's a jelly bean. But it's got so many beautiful colors in it. It's like rainbow over cream. And I like how they twisted the rainbow yarn over the cream. So anytime you have a one yarn and you think, oh, gee, what am I going to do with that? You can just pair it with another yarn. Yeah, I don't know if it looks cleaner. I don't know, and I don't mean to embarrass you, but you're coming in darker or lighter now. And this was really dark, and maybe it was too much of a contrast for me. He did. If you go back to his really, really early ones, I think it might have even been under another name. I don't remember now. He can tell us. But he did have longer hair. And he was pretty darn handsome there, too. Of course, I've told you on a fella, that's, the eyes. I look in the eyes. Because the eyes are the window to the soul, and you can tell a person's soul by looking in their eyes, whether they're okay or not. And sometimes that's how I give my bunnies out, is those soulless eyes. They just need a bunny. They need to know how valuable they are and that somebody loves them unconditionally. Like I said, I don't care if you're green or blue, or you're tall or short, or fat or skinny, or curly hair or straight hair, whether you paint your nails or you don't, I don't care. I look in your eyes. And the other place I look is the north end of a fella going south. I can't help it. I cannot stop myself. It's all I have left in my old age, and don't take that away from me. All right, I'm going to stop here and put some stuffing in here. And I noticed the other day I was getting some stuffing for upstairs in the common room where my rocking chair is. I sit in the corner of the common room upstairs and crochet, because there's a window right there in that corner, and I have bird feeders out on the back patio, and I can watch the tufted titmice, and I can watch the cardinals. There's a pair of cardinals that come in, and I love it. But I grabbed a bunch of it, and I had to go clear almost to the bottom of the hamper here. I have a plastic bag that the stuffing comes in, and I put it in a hamper from IKEA. One of those ones that all fold up and then you unpop them and they pop up to be a cube. I have my stuffing bag down in that cube to keep it in one place. And I'm going to have to order another box of stuffing. Now, that'll be two. This is the end of the second 40-pound box of stuffing that I've gotten. I bought stuffing for probably the first year. And then on the stuffing bag, it said if you are crocheting for a cause, you can apply for a grant. You just need to download the paperwork, fill it out, send it in. I don't even think you have to download it. You just have to pull it up, the paperwork, and fill it out and send it in. And if they approve your grant, your charity that you're crocheting for, if they approve it, they will send you a 40-pound box of stuffing. Do you know how much stuffing is in a 40-pound box? If you do a lot of amigurumi, well, I've been doing amigurumi for I don't know, maybe 5 years making bunnies. 4 years, 5 years, and I've gone through almost 80 pounds of stuffing. So you do, if you're making blankets and things like that, you don't need the stuffing, but, and I wasn't sure they were going to approve my grant because it was me. I am crocheting some bunnies to give to people so they know somebody is, yay, yay, Jax is here. Yes, Pebbles, you would qualify. Because it's a single person. I'm not a church group. I don't meet at the library with another group of crafters. So I didn't know whether they would approve it or not, but they did. I think it was because I make the Somebunny so that they know somebody loves them. Anyway, they approved it and I got a 40-pound box. Well, it comes in like a Premier yarn box, about the medium-sized Premier yarn box. And when you open that, there's 2 plastic bags in there. And you open that plastic bag, that top one up, and it just does this. You go out the next morning and your chair's covered up with stuffing because it popped out of the box. And it took me probably a year and a half maybe to use that up. And then there was the second one underneath it. And now I'm at the end of the second box. So they go a long way. And you can get them on Amazon. Jaxie, I'm so glad you're here. I showed this Sweet Marshmallow Kiss. And I just have to put my main color on the outside, and I'm ready for week number 3. This is color for week number 1 and color for week number 2. So I just need to put this color, a row of that, and I'm trying to keep close to 4 inches a week. So there's that one. This is the traditional, and I haven't gotten very far on that one. And I kind of got down on myself because this is supposed to be 3 rows of doubles, and I put the open work in it. So now I'm just going to have to put the open work in all of them, and it doesn't really matter, or not. It doesn't really matter. I may change it up. I don't know, because I'm eclectic like that. But I only have the first color on, and I'm ready for the second color, and I haven't gotten there yet on that one. My next blanket is the daisy, and I did the daisy in white, so because they are, and so I just thought, well, I'll use that as my main color. And there's color for week number 1, my main color, and my color for week number 2, and my main color. So I am ready again for Thursday. And then this is one that started it all out. This is just a Boggy Creek 40 by 40. This is not although I do have 5 colors, but and I'm doing 1 color a row, 1 row of each color. But I'm not doing, it's not a luck of the draw one. It's just a Boggy Creek one. And then this one is the Textured Cabin. And the lavender or the purple or whatever it's called is my main color. And then this is week 1, my main color, and week 2 and my main color. And so I'm ready for week 3. And this one is at 9 inches. So that's why I only put in, I think I only put in 2 rows of the main color here, and then 3 rows, and I put in 3 rows. I think if I do 3 and 3, that I think that works out. If it doesn't, I'll just put 3 of the week's color and then 2 of the main color, so I can keep it to 40. And I took a tape measure and I put it on my table and around the corner of my table and marked it where 40 is. So I just put my chain on the dot, pull it around, and so I can do 40 inches. So that worked up really well. And I think that's it. I have 7 blankets. Oh, I have the Somebunny by the Fence blanket, and I don't know where that is right now. I have the sunflower blanket, the Somebunny by the Fence, the Ripple. Oh, this one. This is an Amish Ripple. And this is my main color, and I'll do 4 of this. And then my color for week number 1 is this hot pink. And I'll do, I think I do 2 rows of that. And then go back to 2 rows of this, and then I'll do the second week's color. So I've frogged this one out several times, and I'm not up to date on that one. But that's these colors on that Ripple Amish Ripple one. My luck of the draw blanket are these colors. The marshmallow is going to be these colors. The daisy one has got these little soft pastel colors. And then the textured cabin throw. Did I show you that one? Yeah, I did. That's these colors. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And then I was really missing Christy this morning, because Christy usually comes on at from 9 until 10. Or is it 10 until 11? I think she comes 10 till 11. Yeah, because then I leave and go take my shower and I'm on at 12. Yeah. Anyway, I was missing her. She's got 2 shops going now. They run the bowling shops in the bowling alleys, and they have 2 shops now. So they're really busy. And whenever a tournament starts, or wherever there is a race, she doesn't show up. So I had to watch a replay this morning. And I went back to January, the one after New Year's, and we did a cotton washcloth, which is actually a 12-pointed baby blanket. But if you just do the first 6 or 7 rows, it works out to be a washcloth. So that's what we did. And now we're working on bunny feet. So, and we are just going up. These are going to 20, because I think that's what the rest of them are, all 20s. That's awesome, Kim. Kimberly Ridgeway without the G. Zoila, I don't have a mother to take care of. I'm not a real social person, outgoing social, believe it or not. I'm really not. And I don't go out often. I have not found all of the churches around here. I'm sorry, but they're too religious, and I'm not into religion. I'm into relationship. And I haven't found a church that that has a strong relationship with God and have members that have a strong relationship with God. When I have visited churches, they talk about lots and lots of different things, but nobody talks about what God's done in their life that week. And I miss that. When I lived in Tampa, I went to a church, and it was all young people, college, mostly college. I was a lot younger then too. We're talking 1975, 1980. And I loved it when you'd go in and you'd say, you know, how are you? Oh, I'm good. How are you? Oh, I'm fine. What's God doing in your life this week? And they could tell you. They could tell you something had happened, that they'd had a personal interaction with God that week in some form or another, whether it be a deer crossed the road, and they said, thank you, God, for putting that deer in front of me so that I could see it and not hit it. Nobody, other cars are on the road. I'm the only one there. And so that was a gift from God to me. Thank you for that gift. something every week. Somebody would have a story to tell, something that God had done in their life. And I have not been able to find that in churches here in this area. And so I just decided, well, I will turn my cottage into that kind of a place where God resides and love is passed around freely. And you can come and go, and you can share or not. And you can come and sit, or you can come and work. You can come and lurk and work, or you can come and whatever you want to do. Just fall asleep for an hour of peaceful sleep, whatever you want to do. Anyway, that's your sermon for today. We do. I have Jesus' picture on the wall. I've shown you the laughing Jesus, and I love it, and I keep it there because I know when I do something silly, that's pretty much what he looks like when he looks down on me. So, and it's a reminder. And I told you I wear sweaters a lot with big pockets, and I keep positive thoughts on 3x5 cards in my pocket. So if Satan does come up and whack me behind the knees, that I can pull out something positive and say, go away, because he loves me with an everlasting love. That's a promise. It's in the book. It's a promise. He loves me, with all my foibles, with an everlasting love. That doesn't mean if I screw up tomorrow, he's not going to love me. No. It just means I made a bad mistake and I'm going to face consequences for that poor choice. But he still loves me with an everlasting love. When I give him my sins, he takes them and throws them as far as the east is from the west. Now, you tell me how far that is. I can't fathom it. I know where the east is from this house, and I know where the west is from this house, but I don't know how far apart they are. But he does, because you know what? He created this world. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you. I hope it is. That's what I'd like it to be. That's right, Leslie. Wherever two or more are gathered, God is there. So he's here. Oh, you woke just in time for the sermon. Woo-woo! Good. I don't always feel his love, and I have to apologize because I know he hasn't left me. I know that I have left his side for a time, and I always have to apologize. It's one of my sins, and I have to ask him to forgive me and draw me close and allow me to crawl up in his lap and get close to him again. And that's when I take out my 3x5 cards and I start reading about things of this earth will rot and rust and decay and fall apart. But the love of God lasts forever, forever. Not to the moon and back, not to eternity and beyond, forever. Forever. There's forever. You can't get away from it because he created you for himself. And he loves you because he created you in perfection. We're the ones that have messed up, and he loves us anyway. And we messed up so bad at one time that he sent Jesus down to say, "This is my son in whom I am well pleased." Well, wouldn't you like God to say that about you? What do you have to do? You have to live the life that Christ led. You have to sacrifice for others. You have to love everyone, whether they have leprosy or purple skin or are bald or one blue eye, one brown eye, whether they have a mustache or not, you have to love them like God does, like Jesus does. And you got it. You then are a reflection of Christ. We are made in his image. Sometimes we choose not to follow him. And when you make a choice, there is a consequence, depending on the choice that you make, good or bad. And you got to be prepared for that. But we are allowed mistakes to teach us lessons. And those lessons are, you should and ought to do that. Next time, sit down for a minute and think of what's the right thing to do and do that. And more, if we do that, we become more like Christ. He sent him here to show us how he would like us to live. And we're never going to get there. We're never going to get like Christ. We can become Christ-like, but we're never going to be like Christ because he was perfect. And we're never going to be there until we get there. So, 18. Okay, I'm at 19. On a mandala blanket. Those are so pretty. Just another stitch. That's Connie. And Connie's got a big birthday bash coming up. Don't you, Connie? It is. It is. Connie, when is your bash? I thought it was 27th. Is it the 27th? Oh, KK, I love you so much. I found something for you guys the other day, and I didn't get it. I was at the Dollar Tree, and they had letters, and they had 2 Ks, and they were different colors. And I thought, well, I could get those and send them to KK, and she can use them as KK, or she could use the one as KK and the other as Kristen. And I didn't. But I did think about you. Oh, I love you forever too, sweetheart. You didn't hear me because you probably, or you might not have been in here, but I am coming north, the end of April, the beginning of May, that week, and may take the whole month, depending on how long it takes. I'm going to AAA, and I'm going to say to them, I want to visit this city and 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 this city, and give me a triptych. Make up a map and tell me how to get there from here. Because they know all the roads that were washed out in North Carolina and Tennessee and Kentucky and all those. And I've got to go through that area to get to Ohio to where I'm going. So they will know the best way to get there. And I'm going to come visit everybody. But I am going to go to those places that I have been seeing, and I am going to hand out my Sunbunnies to those children and families that need to know that somebody loves them, that they are not forgotten. And I'm going to do it. Okay, Connie, did I miss? Doggy, go take a nap, sweetheart. Yep, 27th. Okay. Everybody has 2 weeks to go over there and enter, and there's lots of chances to win. And one of them will be a Somebunny. So be sure and go over to Connie's. Thank you, Zoila. West Virginia roads are washed out too. Yeah, that whole area got devastated. But I'm hoping by April, May, things should be well enough put back together road-wise that I will be able to drive and stop and um, and visit the people that I love, and all of those people that I love that I haven't met yet that were hurt in the hurricane. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I am at 20 rounds. And I am going to pinch it flat. I'm going to pull out my stitch marker now. I'm going to pinch this flat. And I'm going to crochet it closed by going into the first one on the other side, pulling up a loop, loopa, going through both stitches and slip stitching into my last single crochet. And then I'll pick up these two on this side and these two on this side, and I'm just going to single crochet right across the whole schmear together. And that provides me with a nice flat surface. And when I get here, I'm just going to do 1, 2, and I have lost my skizzers, and I don't know where they are, and I have to get these big ones out, which I don't like because I'm so afraid I'm going to cut myself. And then I put a thumb and a finger and pull the knot down to secure it. And that's not going anywhere. And I've left 12 to 14, 16 inches here to stitch it onto the body. So this will go here at an angle, and this will be flat and come out this way for my bunny. And it's after 2 o'clock, and we need to go. And it's perfect timing. I will ask you if there is anyone that needs prayers. Oh, Kelly, I love giving you my time and my love. It's what I live for on Sunday. See, that's what I'm saying, people. KK can say to God, thank you for sparing us. I pray for those who weren't spared. That's a gift back to God when you pray for others. That's a gift back to God. And if I would say to her, KK, what happened this week? What has God done in your life this week? She can say to me, he left the roads. He didn't wash the roads out. We're good. We can get where we need to go. That's a God thing. It's a good thing. Okay, Kitty Lane needs a healing prayer. We'll write that one down real quick. I can go a few minutes late because there's only 28 days in February and not all of them are live days. So I have a couple. Kitty Lane has asked for healing. Regina requests an unspoken. See, those prayers are answered, KK. Kimberly, you still haven't found a job yet. All right, we'll keep you on this list. Because he has the perfect job for you. And it's just waiting. And it may be that somebody had to give their 2 weeks and they're taking them up on it. So it'll be exciting to see what God does. with this particular prayer for you, Kimberly. All right, Darlene. We're going to pray for her mom with liver cancer. Sometimes they can take a portion of that liver out. I don't know where it is, and I'm not a doctor, but I have known that they can remove a portion of the liver that's compromised. And the liver is the only organ in our body that can restore itself. Like you pull a claw off a crab, it can grow it can grow a new claw. In the human body, you chop our arm off, we can't grow a new arm or a new hand, but we can grow a new liver. Isn't that amazing? God is so awesome. Okay, we're going to keep KK on there for her unspoken. Okay, that looks like it for the day then. Oh, Father, please take care of Kelly. Take care of our Kel and our Kim. And Darlene's mom. We ask for healing prayers for them, Father. We've got two unspoken, but you know what they are. One is for Regina Provenzano, one of my favorite Italian people, and the other is for my little redneck KK and her family. You know what they need, Father, and you have the answer for them. And we're asking that you provide that for them this week. And then, Father, we ask that you give us patience to wait for the right job for Kimberly, because we want her to have a job and we want it right now. And I'm sure her bills are wanting to be paid ASAP. So, Father, we ask that you provide just the perfect job for her, one that she is comfortable doing and has like people as co-workers, so that it's a pleasant place to work. And we ask all of these things in Jesus' most precious name, who knows who we are and loves us anyway. Amen. And I will see all of you on Wacky Wednesday. I love you all so much. Oh, pray for Doggy Life that she takes a nap and gets some good sleep. Zoila, that's our job when we come here, isn't it? To make sure everybody's comfortable and everybody's bucket is filled up with love. And I hope that you all take home a bucket of love so that you can dispense it between now and Wednesday, and we'll fill them up again Wednesday. Until then, I love you. Don't forget your thummies. I love you whether you leave it or not. Bye, all.